Hi, my name is Marissa Johnson. How many of you have a pet or know someone with a pet? How many of you love your pet? Now, how many of you would be super upset to find out your pet was nearly put to sleep or came from a mother that was overbred and unloved? According to thevetstreet.com, 3 to 4 million animals are euthanized each year due to low numbers of adopting and high numbers of shopping. I assume that we all have a pet or know someone with a pet that they love. When it comes to lifelong furry friends, adopting instead of shopping is the best route to go for the pet, yourself, and your wallet. Growing up, I volunteered at many shelters, and so I have a first-hand experience with dealing with pets from these shelters and the treatment that they have experienced and how they end up in the shelters. This speech is to help my audience understand adopting is important and that pets from shelters can make great pets. The problem is currently there is not enough people adopting pets from shelters, resulting in euthanizations, overfilling of shelters, and an increase in puppy or kitty mills. And the solution, together we can put an end to these animals living sad lives if we work together and make it normal to adopt, according to the ongreenplanet.org website. To begin with, for us to be a lifesaver to a furry friend, we have to understand the problems these animals face every day. First off, millions of animals are euthanized each year, and that is due to shelters not being capable of holding all the animals in the world. They run out of space very easily because there's animals that get dropped off every single day. Secondly, shelters are overfilling, and so are the streets with stray animals or forgotten family pets. So, for example, when people are buying pets and new dogs and new cats for Christmas and just dropping them off once they are no longer a kitten anymore or no longer brand new. Thirdly, showing support for puppy mills and kitten mills. So basically, when you're buying from a breeder, you don't know anything about this breeder and they are just in it for the money. And so more puppy mills and more kitten mills are getting more common. These mills are facilities that unsafely house animals at an abundance to reproduce and make profit, according to the APSCH website. On top of it, there are terrible owners who should not have pets, and they can easily get animals from breeders. When it comes to buying from a breeder, like I said, they do not normally care about what happens to the animal. They are just in it for the money. And a lot of people will mistreat these animals and buy them to be dog fighters or bait in dog fights, according to the Labrador training site. Even though these problems seem hard to fix, we can discuss possible solutions to prevent these problems from getting worse. So, our biggest solution is adopting and less shopping. It saves an animal's life and opens space for a new pet, so in reality, you save two lives. It's cheaper. Adoption is $50 to $150 to get a pet, and usually they come with bedding, some type of food, maybe a toy or two. And sometimes they come with coupons depending on where you get them from to take care of the pet. And when you buy a pet, it's $250 to $1,000, and really you're just paying for a paper that says that they are purebred. And on top of all of that, it is cheaper to raise a pet that you've adopted from a shelter rather than buying, because you don't have to put money into training the pet. You don't have to put extra money in potty training them or teaching them tricks, according to the positively.com site. And that's also according to the Helping Humane Society website. You can put an end to puppy mills and cat mills, and because breeders will receive less business, according to the One at a Time and Lost and Found book. In conclusion, I can go on and on about the importance for helping these strays and sheltered animals, but I think I made my point. These animals do not deserve to suffer, and our biggest problem is we need more people adopting rather than shopping. Our solution is to start making it a reality to adopt. You never know if you will find your man's best friend behind the doors of a shelter. For this Christmas, I say go and make your first stop at animal shelter rather than looking online for a breeder. And I also say we need to end these poor animals' suffering. Today, I urge you to go to the shelter. I urge you to think about these animals' lives. I urge you to look at a new furry friend. I urge you to save 2 lives instead of 1. And I urge you to adopt, not shop. Provide these animals with the blessings they deserve. And now I'm going to show my visual aids. So here we have a photo of some, you gotta get me in there, but, so first I'm showing a photo of animals first I'm showing a photo of animals in an animal shelter. This is what a kitten room would look like in a lot of shelters. This is a photo of a couple of other animals in a shelter. So here you can see that these cats are meowing probably for attention or food or anything. And this is also a photo. The animals look very sad. They just want to go to a home that's going to love them and treat them with the respect that they need. This is a photo collage that I put together. A lot of them are some before and after photos. So a lot of times when shelters get their pets, they come in very skinny, very malnourished. They sometimes have a lot of injuries that the shelters have to try and take care of. As you can see here, this pet started out with basically fur and bones, but after being in the shelter and getting the treatment that he needed, he is a very happy pup. Up here you can see that there was a cat that he's got an injury on his eye, and when the shelter got him, they treated that injury and he went to a shelter and got adopted, and they actually named him Mittens, which is funny because he doesn't look like he has mittens. I think it was just a cat name. Here we have a dog that is also very skinny when they got to the shelter, and he's now a beautiful husky. This is a photo of what puppy mills look like. I'm pretty sure I stated that they are all in tiny cages. They don't have room to really do anything, and they're very malnourished. Usually, like I said, these puppies their mothers are treated so poorly, and the puppies are sold. And then over here is a photo of a cat mill. There wasn't very many shops. Cat mills are a little less common than puppy mills, but they're essentially the same. They are still kind of kept in very small cages and used for reproduction and getting money. And here's just a photo of what happens when you don't spay and neuter your animals, and when they go to no-kill shelter, or when they go to shelters that aren't no-kill shelters, because they have to make space for new animals that are coming, so they get euthanized. And here's a side note, you can help an animal today and become a volunteer at a shelter near you. And that is it. And so this is my audience.